Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we share the latest information on a deadly crash here in Perry County.
And we take you to Floyd County, where we now know who was killed after being hit by a car there earlier this week.
Plus, in Laurel County, police are thanking security cameras and social media for their role in tracking down a group of thieves.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:32 on January 22nd. I'm Madison Pergram.
And I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News on this Thursday.
On this Thursday, getting closer to the weekend. Kids, some are in school, some are not in school. I feel bad for the ones that have been in all week.
I know, right? They can't catch a break.
Well, let's go to Brandon Robinson. Brandon, because it is warmer this morning, but we may see a little rain come the weekend and maybe tomorrow.
Exactly. Later tonight, tomorrow, we're going to continue to watch that trend. And then after that, the weekend's still kind of up in the air, so to speak. Let's take a look at current conditions. We take a look at the satellite and radar loop, and things are fairly quiet this morning. Just a few clouds down to our south. You see a little bit of moisture trying to get ambitious there, but probably not going to cause any impacts, at least until later this evening. Temperatures in the 30s across the area, close to 40 there in Wise and Logan, 28 in Ashland. Frost scrape alert for areas that are closer to 30, maybe just a quick scrape or a little bit of warm up on the cars needed there, because I had a little bit of frost on my windshield this morning. Not a lot, but a little bit there. 12-hour planner for today, up to 50. A mild afternoon, but again, gloomy conditions today with the cloud cover hanging around. Rain chances pick up later tonight. I'll have the extended forecast in a little bit. Addison?
Thank you, Brandon. Well, one Pike County community is remembering a man many call a local legend.
WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more on a death that has shocked Elkhorn City.
You never know how you will be remembered when you are gone.
Elkhorn won't be the same without JR.
When J.R. Frazier died Tuesday, memories started flooding the streets of Elkhorn City.
He was always thinking of everybody else. He was loving, and he did. He always was wanting to do something for somebody else.
From school athletics to helping out in his church, those who knew him say J.R. gave his all to the community.
Even when I was in high school, I remember JR running the clock and running around the gym. You know, you would always see him just anywhere you went there. JR was always there.
Earning a reputation that outlives him.
Well, JR was a local legend.
Riding around town and stopping by every establishment just to see if he could lend a hand.
Like he was just a different kind, and he would just talk to anybody and everybody. It's like he didn't know a stranger. It's like everybody was a friend of JR.
The smiles he offered are now gone, which many say is going to be hard.
He is definitely going to be really missed because it's like he's made just such an impact on everybody in town.
But they will carry on, just like he would want. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Arrangements for JR are being handled by Bailey Funeral Home.
And a crash here in Perry County killed one person yesterday. Now, details are still limited, but here's what we know. The crash happened at about 3 p.m. Wednesday afternoon along Upper 2nd Creek Road. Emergency crews worked the scene for much of the afternoon, and people who live and knew the family says that this is a tight community and this loss will be felt.
I just live a couple houses up above them. It really shocked me because it was close to home.
The cause of the crash is still under investigation, and police have not released a name at this time.
Yesterday, we learned the name of a man that was hit and killed in Floyd County. A car hit Eric Ray Terry on Tuesday. Investigators tell us it happened on Route 80 near the Garrett exit. So far, they have not released much more about the crash. Kentucky State Police are handling the investigation. We do know Terry's body was sent to Frankfurt for an autopsy. He was just 34 years old.
And detectives revealed new details in the death of a Rockcastle County man yesterday. Melissa Wolke is charged in the death of 55-year-old Donald Abner. During a preliminary hearing, detectives testified a neighbor saw Wolke on top of Abner attacking him and telling her pit bull to attack. That dog was later shot and killed by police after it went after them. Detectives say Wolke didn't remember much about what happened because she was drunk.
Jury selection started in Perry County murder trial. James McIntosh is accused of shooting Danny Mullins multiple times last year. Despite the shooting happened in Perry County, the trial was moved to Knott County following a request for a change of venue. It previously stopped in Breathitt County and went on to Knott. We understand a jury was seated. Witness testimony is expected to begin this morning. It is unclear how long the trial may last.
And a man wanted out of Florida and arrested in eastern Kentucky for murder will spend 50 years in prison. In 2016, police caught Michael Harold in Perry County. He faces charges in a double murder case, and Harold admitted to killing John and Nancy Englehart. He worked for the couple but grew up here in the mountains. Court officials tell us Harold pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder and 1 count of burglary.
In West Virginia, one Wayne County man is facing additional charges. Deputies arrested James Rose last week. They say he held a woman against her will, then led deputies on a chase in a stolen car. At the end of a pursuit, he allegedly assaulted the deputies. He was arrested on charges of unlawful taking and assaulting officers. During the investigation, deputies added robbery, burglary, and unlawful imprisonment charges.
And one man is accused of exposing himself to women on the University of Louisville campus. Police say James Westbecker was driving a minivan when he exposed himself to a woman earlier this month. The incident was caught on video, and police say he tried to get a different student into his van 3 days later. This is not the first time Westbecker has faced this charge. He was convicted of indecent exposure in 2014 and 2015. He has been banned from the Louisville campus since 1995 for similar behavior.
State police believe they caught a Sunday evening robbery suspect in Lawrence County. Troopers were called to the K-Smart when a panic alarm went off. Investigators reviewed security video. They say that video showed Donald Adams walking in with gloves on and a mask. He then went to the cashier with a gun under his jacket and demanded the money. Troopers say they found Adams in a home just a few hundred feet from the store.
And police may be closing in on their suspects.
Monday night, the Ultra Shine car wash in Laurel County was burglarized. Deputies say a group of 3 cut hose nozzles.
However, Facebook and security camera photos have police close to making arrests.
I talked with police to learn more on how the search is progressing.
Police in Laurel County say these nozzles are not cheap.
Oh, it was pretty substantial because those hose nozzles are in the neighborhood of $100 each.
They are replaced now, but Monday, deputies say a group of 3 seen in these surveillance photos cut them loose.
Very occasionally, we will work something like this at these self-help car washes, but it's very rare.
While this isn't out of the ordinary crime, the owner of the business was critical in helping police.
The fact that his video surveillance aided in us identifying suspects and recovering property.
It is these video cameras and the help of one extremely popular website that have police on the verge of making arrests.
Facebook is a godsend for us.
Now the owner of Ultra Shine and the Laurel County Sheriff's Office have one message to those thinking about pulling the same stunt.
As camera prices are coming down, more people are getting video surveillance and still frame surveillance for their businesses, even their home residences. And they're high resolution pictures, and once we put it out there, we're going to catch somebody.
And catching these 3 could be a good example.
Now, Chardo says people in Laurel County played a major role in learning the suspects' identities. And the state has suspended mine license at coal operations in Perry and Pike counties. The Kentucky Division of Mine Safety says some American Resource Corporation employees still have not been paid. Some of those miners in Pike County blocked a train last week in protest. A Lexington Herald leader review of court records found the ARC has faced several legal battles over its alleged failure to make good on lease payments and left a mine in Perry County at risk of flooding after it laid off nearly its entire workforce and failed to pay the miners' power bill. We received a statement from ARC on Tuesday saying the recent dismissal of one lawsuit will mean the company can move forward with expanding operations and reemploying personnel.
It will be at least another 2 months before Jerry Lundergan is sentenced. A jury convicted the father of former Kentucky Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes of 10 campaign finance charges in September. It stems from Allison Lundergan Grimes' failed Senate run against Mitch McConnell back in 2014. Jerry Lundergan and political consultant Dale Emmons were supposed to be sentenced yesterday. That has now been moved to March 25th.
Outside the WIMT studios right now, it is cloudy but dry across the region. That's going to be the story to start your day. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s, close to 40 in Logan and Wise this morning. We take a look at the out the door forecast. We are going to see temperatures climb to right around 50. The rain chances start to gradually increase later into the evening we go, but most of the day will be filled with cloudy skies. Guys?
All righty, Brandon, thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning.
Here's a look at what's ahead. Knox County has now joined many others across the state declaring themselves as Second Amendment sanctuaries.
And for folks worried about trying to fly after October, Kentucky's Transportation Cabinet is hoping to make it easier for folks to get the new Real ID.